The last error we will look at is the second part of the error in completing the double entry, which is recording different amounts in both accounts. Let's have a look at our example. Bought goods and paid by debit card $800 Namibian. The transaction was correctly recorded in the bank account but recorded in the purchases account as $500. Now let's have a look at how this was recorded. As you can see, bank was credited with 800 but purchases was debited with 500. So a suspense account would need to be opened to account for the difference, and we'll do that in our ledger. So there we have entered a $300 Namibian on the debit side of our suspense account, because that will be the difference as per our trial balance. Now let's go and correct the error in our general journal. We'll start with the date 31, then we'll debit purchases with $300 Namibian, and then we'll credit the suspense account with $300 Namibian also, and our narration will be purchases by debit card 800 only recorded as 500 in the purchases account, error now corrected. Now let's see how this would look like in our ledger account. Now how this was recorded was purchases was debited with 500 and bank credited with 800, and then we opened a suspense account of 300 on the debit side. Now how we would correct this error will be as follows. We would credit our suspense account just like we did in our general journal, so that the balance of the suspense account is 0, and then we would debit our purchases account so that the balance of our purchases account will be 800, which is the amount it should be, because 800 also reflects on the credit side of our bank account. And purchases is an expense, and our expense increases on the debit side. Let's have a look at how this will affect our trial balance. Now let's have a look at our incorrect trial balance. Now as you can see, the debit and the credit side are not equal, so we will have to open a suspense account with $300 on the debit side, and after doing that, our trial balance balances. See, our debit and credit side are equal. Now if we have a look at our corrected trial balance, we would first need to correct our errors, and our errors is on the purchases and suspense account. So we credited our suspense account. This will bring our suspense account's balance to 0, and then we debited our purchases account with $300, which brings the purchases account to $800. When opening up a suspense account, it is a temporary account, and then after you have corrected the error, the suspense account must then return to 0. Now what to do next? First, try the self-assessment activities given, and then only after you've done that by yourself, compare your answers with those at the back of the book. I'll see you in the next topic.